Ah, sound. Hello. Okay, we got a couple of people here. Good. Good. Give it a couple of minutes if anyone else wants to join in. Ooh, let me mute my stream. There we go. Don't want to hear me twice. Jay Banis, welcome. Kalechia, welcome. Okay. Oh, actually, let me grab my iPad because I can more easily... I forget how I do the streaming. But yeah, let me just grab my iPad quickly, then I can have the comments there, which would be much better, right? YouTube. I need to connect to Wi-Fi. Bear with me. This one. Come on, bounce from VWAP. Yeah, we'll see. This was pretty much my plan for today, was to run into this anchored VWAP. This Wi-Fi is not working. My iPad. Let me try this one. Try the 2.4G instead of the 5G. Close my window. No internet connection. iPad doesn't want to play ball. Why is that? It's cool. I can still see everyone. I've got dual monitor set up here. Strange that it's not working. Who else? Scraptic, yo, Neo, glad you're back on YouTube. It's been a long time. It has been a long time. I'm 27-ish. Nice to see you back. Yep, thank you. It's good to be back. Let me just keep trying this. How's everyone's year going so far anyway? Everyone having a nice productive year? VPN. VPN off. Wi-Fi on. This should work. Now it's working. Russ TG, thank you for subscribing. I will get started properly in just a second. I just want to have another monitor. This one. This live? Yeah, live. Blah, blah, blah. Adverts. Okay. Right. Now I am properly good to go. Yep, cool. All right, welcome everybody again. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've had a good start to the year so far. I know it's January is almost over already, and this is my first stream of the year. I think my last stream last year was early December, so it's been a couple of months already since I last did a live stream. Although I've been very active in Chroma. So for those of you who do not know, I am doing all of my trading over in Chroma now. It's an awesome community. If there's anyone here who is not in Chroma already, then make sure you join. If you are an ex-Taurus member, then hit me up. I might have something for you. If you're not, drop me a message anyway. And yeah, if you want to join, it's a really, really great community. I'll show you a little bit about it in a moment. But we've got some fantastic analysts over there. All the trades that we take are live and tracked. So I've only taken a couple of trades so far this year because I've only been back a couple of days. I was in, oh, is that another subscriber? Who's that? Thank you, Callies Graph, for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I've only been back trading for a couple of days, but I've had 2 trades, both on Bitcoin and one on Sui. And yeah, very good so far. although I did massively fumble yesterday. I caught the low, like the absolute bottom. Like when I say absolute bottom, like to the dollar bottom on Bitcoin yesterday. Managed to get the scalp, but the problem was for me, I'm over in Asia right now. It was 1:30 a.m. in the morning by the time I entered. It was chopping around for over an hour and I was just exhausted. I just wanted to sleep. So what did I do? When it came up and swept this high, right? Oh, bad internet connection. Maybe I need to turn VPN off here as well. If there are any Wi-Fi issues, if I'm getting any lag, then please do let me know. This is not looking ideal, this end. I've got too many things running. Maybe I just need to close the iPad and free up that bandwidth. Or close some stuff here and free up that bandwidth. But yeah, essentially, I took the long here, caught like literally the exact low. It came up, swept these highs. And at that point, I alerted everyone and said, right, I'm moving stop to break even. It's late at night for me here. I don't want to continue watching this. I did continue watching this. It bounced off of the VWAP and back off of the yearly open again. And then by this time, it was getting close to like 3 a.m. So we had this move back up to the highs. I was telling myself, right, if we come back up here, then Siri talking to me. Yeah, I told myself if it comes back up towards these highs, I'm just going to close out of the trade. I'm just going to take the win and then move on. So what did I do? I closed the trade at, here would have been 2:42 a.m. I went to brush my teeth, got into bed, and then my phone was just like, ping, 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 alerts going off. And then, so I made like 1 hour for this trade. It could have been about an 8 hour if I'd just been a little bit more patient and had allowed that to develop a little bit more. But it's okay. You win. Well, I still won, but you win some and you win some less, I suppose. And that was one of those occasions where I didn't quite manage it as well as I perhaps should have done. But these things happen. It's still a win. Still very happy with it. Still managed to catch the move at the exact low. If any of you are in Chroma, then you have the receipts to prove that. I did. I alerted as soon as I entered. My entry was 87,217.5, and I took the trade on Paradex, and that was like the bottom was 87,217, so I was 50 cents off the bottom. So yeah. Can you explain the entry knife catch? It was. The reason for it, I'd planned to take this trade anyway. So I've been saying this for a while. I can show you here. This is in Chroma itself. If I bring up the Discord, let me see if I can just show this. There we go. Now you guys can see this. Yeah, so this was my plan. We got to go all the way back here. Okay. Yeah, the plan for me was this. So a long if we do come back down and make a new low of the year. So I've been saying that for a while. Okay, I'd been I've been planning for that since I returned from my travels. I've been in China for the week before, so I wasn't really able to trade. And I do expect to test below yearly open sooner rather than later. That is what happened, and I wanted to look for an entry around about like 87,300. So it was the plan for me to do that anyway. I was actually in a short as we came down there, and then it was at this point that I flipped long. So you can see this is where I flipped long. That is my entry, 87,217.5, which as you can see is as close to the bottom as you can possibly get. And then I was just commenting on this. It was a while, it was very late. Stop to break even if we get a local change in market structure. That is precisely what happened. We got that, so I moved my stop to break even at that point. And then it carried on going. I was watching the NQ and then basically said this. I was like, I'm not going to sit here for another hour and watch it do nothing, so I'm closing here for 1.3 hour. Still looks okay, but I just want to take the win and get some sleep. We'll keep SUI open. I am also in a SUI long that has a wider stop and a better reaction from the low so far. And that was at 2:42 a.m. and then 2:49 a.m. and just like, oh fuck off, because it just started pumping. And then just like kind of wanted to throw myself out the building when I saw this happen, because I closed here, and what happened after that, it just ripped without me. And I said it, all right, I said it right here. Now watch it rip higher without me. Good night. Bang. What happens exactly? So I was mad. I was so mad at myself last night. Like, I was so pissed off. But it's still a win. It's still good. So yeah, happy days. I've also just taken a long on virtuals, so I'm going to go over that. Let's go over that now. So let's close out the Discord. And this is another thing. So anyone, like, if you are interested, this is the Chroma Discord. Why is it taking so long to load everything? But we've got a bunch of amazing analysts over here. We got the crypto chat. Like, this is always super active. Loads of people in there. If you're currently in the crypto chat, go and say hello. Yeah, you can tell I've not kept. Why is nothing working? All right, let's get rid of this. You open crypto chat and it's just memes. It's not always like that, I promise. Yeah, a ton of educational content, a load of other stuff. Rouge is also live currently in the Discord, so I don't want to disturb him. We could go and gate crash his thing a little bit later, but yeah, enough of that for now. Let's have a look at the charts. So if anyone wants me to have a look at anything, please do let me know. Otherwise, we will just watch the New York Open as it happens, as long as my lag isn't too bad this end. I am just going to close my iPad. I think that's just taking up needless Wi-Fi. I don't really need it open because I've got two screens here. So hopefully that just speeds up my... Oh, I could also turn off my VPN, but I don't know if that's going to kill my... Do I turn off my VPN? Or will that kill the stream? Because it will end up disconnecting from the internet quickly, won't it, if I do that? Because I don't need my VPN on. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether I keep it on, turn it off. I don't know, guys. Will it? Do you think it will kill my stream if I turn off VPN? It should kill the stream, yeah. Shit. Never mind. All right. Yeah, so the trade I've just taken was long on virtual. It's not looking great so far. The idea for this was it had a pretty decent bounce yesterday. We have this like 30-minute gap down here, single prints. And as soon as we had that move down into this, because I was looking for Bitcoin to come and sweep these lows anyway before we get any kind of bounce. So I was looking to potentially long Bitcoin around 89,300, which is kind of where we are now. And I knew I'd be live at the time. I'm not gonna be able to time this perfectly, but invalidation on previous day low here on virtuals and just looking to run this series of lower highs, essentially. So we'll see how that goes. If this doesn't develop as we want it to, opening a trade just before New York Open was probably a little bit clumsy, but I knew I had to go live, so I wanted to get it in the books. Maybe I cancel this and try another when we do get the, because I'm also slight bearish bias on the NQ today, so I'm rethinking this long. Whilst it's still basically a break even, if this does just come back into the green a little bit, let's keep an eye on this. Let's keep an eye on this. If we do just come back up here, I may just cut that and try again. Because I still think we see a little bit lower, if I'm honest. Yeah, these altcoins are starting to pull back quite a lot. Want to see some reaction starting here from a bunch of these. See what happens. Bitcoin has just taken that low. So we have 5 minutes to go until New York Open. Bitcoin has taken the low. This is where you want to see a bounce on everything. It's just, I'm not convinced we're really going to get it, because I was looking at this earlier today. I did a quick stream in Chroma earlier where I was just going over my general ideas, and this is when price was just around here. And if we do come up and take these highs, I think this looks a better short. If you're looking at equities and if you're looking at the NASDAQ, I think we have a better short in play. Something like this. So that's something I will look to take on New York Open if we do get it. But we haven't yet taken the high, so there could be time for this to bounce slightly. Yeah, I didn't time this very well. I'm a man, I'm not good at multitasking, so I'm like, I knew I had to start the stream in 5 minutes and it hit my alert, so I just thought, fuck it, let's go in. Is there anything else I can just get rid of to save some internets? Tabs open that I don't need. Next time I need to remember to close my VPN before I go live, because I think that's what the main issue is here. I keep getting the I keep seeing the horrible slow connection alert on TradingView. Okay, anyway, we'll keep going. That low has just been swept marginally. Could also turn the music off. That saves a lot of. Or try lowering the quality of my webcam, because you don't need to see my face. Just set my webcam to 720p instead of 1080. Close some of these tabs that I have open on TradingView too. Close some tabs, close some tabs, close some tabs. Mina, here's another one that's looking decent. All right, I've gone from like 10 tabs open to 5. And I know this is working fine for you guys, but the problem I have is as soon as I try and trade this, so I want to trade my, I think the lag's just going to be too high. We got this for an idea on NQ. Let's set an alert if we sweep these highs. Actually, if we come into this gap here, this looks better. All right. Set an alert. And we got 1 minute to go until New York Open. Come on, Virtual, get a bounce. Let's just let me out of this trade. I don't like it. I'm not very happy with it. Don't really want to take a -1R. I'm going to open this up on the tracker as well, just in case we get a decent exit. Okay. Chat, it would be awesome if you can be a little bit more active, and if you can ask some questions, or if you want me to have a look at anything. There we go. Anyway, New York Open. Let's go. Swept some local. Way, bit of a dump. What's Bitcoin doing? Not following so far. It's good that the first move is down here on NQ. That's decent. It means that if you were looking to scalp this, I still think we have a good chance of coming up and taking these highs and taking these London highs. Still think that's a pretty good setup there. And the fact that we're getting this early move down just to sweep some early longs, sweep some longs that were positioned before the open. Even if we just take out that low, that would be fantastic, and then can aim for these highs just as a little scalp. Bitcoin's still not reacting to that, so that's positive. I'm gonna move. Hey, there we go. All right, Virtual's getting a bit of a bounce. So this is my opportunity to get out. If I want to. I've been saying I want to get out, but why is Virtual not looking good anymore? I mean, look, to be honest, I think it's fine. The setup's there. I just didn't really like that oh my god, is my like the quality of my streams just so shit. This Wi-Fi just can't handle everything. Yeah, I mean, it's there. The setup is there. It's fine. I just didn't like that I that I had an entry just before New York Open, and I do have a slight bearish bias for the day on the NQ. And the thing is, if the NQ is going to dump, then crypto is just going to follow it. But having seen that the first move down here is on NQ, then I'm prepared to give this a little bit longer. If we just opened and took out these highs and virtual got this bounce up to here, then yeah, I probably would have closed out. But the fact that we're getting this first move down, I still think we can get these highs even if we drop lower later. That's basically my thinking. So let's see if this can get a bit of a bounce. Let's give this a little bit more time. But I'm not massively convinced by the market as a whole today. What signal means today is if I'm going to turn my background music off. Even if it's okay your end, it's just frustratingly slow my end, so I'm going to turn the music off. Because I know that's, again, something else using up bandwidth. This is the problem when I'm just in Airbnbs. The biggest issue is I'm connected to a VPN, so I'm getting throttled slightly. I forgot my VPN was connected when I went live, and by the time I'm live, I can't really do anything about it. In the meanwhile, where in Asia are you now, Luke? I'm back in Kuala Lumpur. Quite often, to be honest, if you see me working like consistently, regularly, I will usually be in KL because this has become my work base, I guess. So whenever I'm not traveling, whenever I'm not somewhere new, when I'm somewhere new, I just want to explore and I just want to see things and I just want to have fun and I just want to spend my money, right? And then I come back to KL and that's when I work, like I get into work mode. And yeah, so if I'm active like every day, chances are I'm in Kuala Lumpur. If I'm not, the chances are I'm somewhere else. I'm going to be spending most of this year, I think, in China and Korea and Japan. So that's where I'm going to be for the majority of this year. I think mostly China. I'm like fallen in love with that place. It's just the most amazing. Chongqing, the most incredible city I've like the most amazing place I've ever visited in my life, and China, the most amazing country I've ever visited in my life. And I've said this a lot, like I was doing some updates in Chroma as well whilst I was traveling, and I really hope the Western propaganda against China continues because I don't want Westerners. I don't want people like me. I feel very lucky that I could be there, but I don't want the people who go to Thailand and the people who go to Bali and all of this stuff to go and ruin that country. I don't think they will. I don't think China's ever going to like fully open up. But it's just like the most amazing place in the world. All right. There goes my alert on BTC. This is where I wanted to long Bitcoin. So it was 89,200 is my alert. NQ continuing to pull back. Been to a few places in Asia, but never to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. Also not to China, by the way. Yeah, not many people have been to China, and that's why it's so incredible. Right? Not many people from our part of the world get the opportunity to go there, or they're like too afraid. They think it's some like awful place with communism. You ask people in China what communism is, and they're like, "What? That's like, yeah." Whatever your preconceived thoughts are about that country that you hear from the West, it's just the opposite. Everyone's so happy, everyone's so comfortable. Everything is. I've never been to somewhere where I could say it's like perfect, but from an outsider, and the feeling I get there from the people there, they're so proud of their country and they live such great lives, and it is like pretty much perfect. Like no litter anywhere. You have just the the streets are so clean they make your shoes squeak. The buildings are so modern that I flew to Singapore after I was in Chongqing, and it's like I was like, this place is so dated and like crap, and everyone looks wrecked because they're being worked so hard, and the cost of living's so high there. Like Singapore sucks in comparison. Anyway, I'm ranting. I don't want to go back. I'm applying for a visa. I wanna live there. I really want to live there. Anyway, we're getting a bit of a bounce. The only problem if we live there, that the one bad thing is if I live in China, uh, doing this is a little bit illegal. So I'd have to be that's why I have to get most of my work done when I'm outside of there. So I'd have to keep leaving the country and trading and just doing other stuff while I'm in China. Yeah. Like I could talk about it. I could talk about it all day. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I've fallen in love with the country, the people, the culture, the language, everything. And like I just find myself like everyone I meet now, I'm just like, man, like I feel like a kid again being there because you have to relearn everything. Just the way they just live their lives. Like you pay for stuff with your hand. That's how crazy it is, right? They have like in Alipay and WeChat if you're in China and if you're like properly connected, like I've got Chinese phone number and all of this kind of stuff. Um, you can scan your hand and you go to a shop and you just go and it just pays for stuff. The locks on the doors are fingerprints. Um, it's fucking ridiculous. They're living so far. They're so far ahead of the times. I, they're so advanced. It's unbelievable. Every single vehicle you see there is electric. Like I can count on one hand the amount of like non-electric vehicles I saw there. The police cars look like something from a science fiction movie. It's fucking mental. Yeah, yeah. Chinese government banned crypto trading, and I can understand why from their perspective as well. Um, I know a lot of Chinese people, and I know they're pretty degenerate when they want to be. If crypto trading was legal over there, whew, if they'd be like the Koreans, just getting absolutely slaughtered, and they'd actually probably be too good at it. Yeah, like self-driving cars and self-driving taxis are like very normal there. Like everyone makes this hype about like Tesla, like the Tesla taxis and things and self-driving cars. They've had that shit for years. They've had it for years and it's like yeah, amazing. Do you think there will ever be an alt season again? No, no. The only time that I think there will be is like if we're gonna go into bear market now, which I kind of hope we do. Then I think once that's over and when Bitcoin starts to rally, then whatever the new breed of tokens is, then I think everything will rally together. But I don't think we're ever going to see an alt season in the way that we saw in 2021, 2018, where the whole market pumps. It's just too saturated. So it's going to be, instead of alt seasons, it's just going to have to be narratives, and you're just going to have to pick the narratives. I think we're like that's in the past. The time where you could just be like, I'm going to buy this altcoin, eventually this cycle it's going to go up. I don't think we're ever going back to that again. Personal opinion, we might, like, you never know what's going to happen, but I think it's so unlikely that's going to happen. So that's why you just got to stay on the ball. Like, even if we go into bear market now, just stay active, stay involved, and look for the new narratives, whatever they may be. The reason I'm thinking we're probably more likely than not to be going into bear market now is because I struggle to see a narrative for Bitcoin. I struggle to see any more narratives for Bitcoin within this cycle. I think we need a year or two for new narratives to start to emerge. I think it's a very positive thing overall in the long run that we're seeing gold and silver pumping the way that it has been, and Bitcoin not following. So Bitcoin not yet being that like safe haven asset, being that thing that people go to when during times of uncertainty, during all of this kind of thing. The fact that it's still a speculative asset and still a risk asset, I think is a net positive. Because what would happen if Bitcoin was following gold and silver up now? That rally is not going to last forever, right? Gold is very close to $5,000, or may have even hit $5,000 already. I don't think it has, but it's getting close, right? And if Bitcoin was following that, when that bubble bursts, and it will, then that would mean an even deeper pullback for Bitcoin. And then that's just another narrative that's gone. It's like, okay, well, it became a safe haven asset briefly and rallied alongside gold and rallied alongside silver. But then what does it do after that? Does it start to target gold's market cap and start to take away from that? Maybe sometime in the future it will do. But the fact that we're not there yet means that that's something we can aim for in the next cycle. And if we're not there yet, and we're trading currently at $90,000, and we have been trading at $100,000 plus, and it's still a speculative risk asset, that's positive, because that means once it matures even more, and I think it will continue to mature, then it just pushes the bar higher. Like, you want to do that in another cycle. You want to give it time to cool down, and then you want new narratives to emerge. We've got the ETFs, we've got the strategic reserves. There's nothing really left for Bitcoin to go for within this particular cycle, other than it being like it's starting to take market share away from the traditional like safe haven asset kind of things, like the golds and the silvers. Okay, so that's my thought. And you're asking about altcoins, but I segued into crypto overall. And yeah, for altcoins, I think it's going to be a similar thing. We've got to wait for new narratives. So whatever those new narratives are, real world assets could be one that they never really, during this particular cycle, there was a lot of hype around RWAs. They never really realized that potential. Like they didn't do an awful lot. So there's more opportunity there in the next cycle for RWAs to do something really cool. AI is a bit of a bubble. So what's going to be the next narrative that comes after that? That will be something interesting. This is this kind of sucks. This New York Open, right? This is a bit bad. I'm not doing a lot. I can't do any live trading, so this is just going to be. It's too slow. So I can't do any live trading. So I'm just gonna look and comment on what's going on. And next time I do a stream, I will just remind myself to turn off VPN before I go live, because this is not sustainable at all. I Do you think stock market could also be close to a top? Yeah. Yeah, I do think it could be. Okay. So if we look at NQ, and we look at maybe what I guess what happened around here, the kind of structure that we had around here before we got that big pullback during the tariff stuff. We've made new highs since the tariff, and we're ranging again. This is consolidating. Like I think we probably could get another leg, one more leg up. Whether that's internal and does something similar to what happened back here. Okay, you see where we had these internal highs. It took the highs, and then we got this big dump. So whether we get something like that, takes internal highs and then dumps. All right, or whether it pushes for one more high and goes on for like that for a little bit longer, and then dumps afterwards. I do think we're getting, like, I'd be right now I'd be very surprised to see this continue deep into 2026, to see the stock market continue to rise deep into 2026. For Bitcoin, the typical like 4-year cycle thing ended in October. I've said this before on streams. On the 1st of January 2024, I set a target for the bull run. I said 2024 is going to be the most bullish year like ever for Bitcoin. It was. Well, yeah, it was. And not by percentage gains, but by what happened. And I set a target for October 2025 for that to end, and October 2025 is when that ended. So that was from a time-based perspective, like when's our 4-year cycle likely to end? If we do go on for new all-time highs here, it's going to be like, that's going to set a new precedent, and I don't think that would be overall healthy either. So yeah, to be honest, I think we're like, I don't want to be a massive bear, but I'm pretty confident we're going to be trading below 70k this year. And if I could choose where I want to be trading this and where I want to be starting to position myself for the next bull market, it would probably be around like 40, 45. Yeah. So that's more or less what I'm looking for on the macro. Like, okay, maybe we do get a rally, but I think overall, like, where I would want to be starting to trade this again would be below 50k. That's really where I wanna reset, get rid of all the shit that's happened this cycle. It's not been a good cycle for crypto. It's like, I've not been impressed by it at all. I don't think I think there's been too much greed in there. I think to reset and to come back down and to go again from this kind of base would be really, really good. So I'm not afraid. Like, I want a bear market. Sorry. Yeah, I see Lucifer saying traitor in the chat when I was talking about altcoins. But yeah, I want a bear market. That's what I want right now. Bear markets are easier to trade. They're easier to make money from on just a day-to-day basis. They're a lot more relaxed. The bull run we've just had has been shit. There's been nothing exciting about it. The ETFs weren't exciting. The National Reserve wasn't exciting. Trump tweeting and moving price isn't exciting. It's just pain in the ass. The fact that there were no good narratives other than memes is not exciting. It has not been a good cycle. I have expressed this. I don't mean to be like, I'm not down being a downer on crypto. It's just like it's just been it's just been shit. It's been really, really dull. Like meme coins, fucking useless, right? Kill them all. Let's get something like interesting back in this space again. Let's get rid of the greed. Let's get rid of all these fucking market makers. Let's kill off Wintermute and kill off all of these guys. And let's just go back to something a little bit more organic. And then it's all going to turn to bullshit again when we go into the next cycle. But for now, kill it. Kill it. Dump it another 50%, right? Please. That's just everything. Dump Bitcoin 50%. Dump everything else 100%. I don't hold any crypto anymore. I just trade it, so I don't care. I'm not holding spot. I do hold crypto, but I hold it in like a wallet that I don't touch, and it's just the major stuff. Like it's just like long term kind of perspective, and it's just something that I just gradually buy if I have a little bit left over, if I get some crypto coming in, or if I make some gains. And it's just in a wallet. It's safe. It's there, but I don't need it. I don't want it. So yeah. Do you have a swing short position or on BTC, or will you? No, I do not, and I probably won't. I won't take a swing short position. It's too late to take a swing short unless we get a big rally. So unless we rally, unless we make new highs again, or if we go up to 120k, yeah, I don't see a reason for a swing short. I just come to the market every day and I just look to where are we now? Where are we going to be in a few hours time? That's all I care about. And if we're doing that at 89,350, or if we're doing that at 120,000, or if we're doing that at 40,000, makes no difference to me. Percentages are still percentages. The market can still move in the same way. So that's all I do is just look at where are we now, where will we be by the end of the day. I wake up, I see if there's any trades, close the trades, go to bed, come back again, wake up, any trades, close the trades, go to bed, wake up, see if there's any trades, open the trades, close the trades, go to bed. Generally, if I see swing positions, then of course I will let everybody know. But when was the last time I took a swing trade? Has anyone in Chroma ever seen me take a swing trade? I've been there since October. I took a couple, I think, on alts early on. I lost. As soon as I just started thinking, right, day, and that's it. Then my win rate just went rocketed, and my wallet just went. I make more money. What's the point in holding for a swing trade when you can take the multiple trades? Why hold one swing trade for a 5R when you can take 10 trades in a day for 5R each? Yeah. Um, Scraptic, to be honest, I'm happy if we get a nice bear market, just like you were saying. Easier, more relaxing to trade. Yeah, my only concern is if there will be a really heavy bear market as long as Trump is in the office. Again, if there is, then fine. For me, fine. The lower we go, the better the recovery will be. If this dumps to 30k, dumps to 20k, it's just more opportunity in the long run. I'm getting fucked on this. Go to the weekly, draw the Anchor VWAP on 2022 bear market low. Watch the curve of that Anchor VWAP and you'll have your answer. Yeah, we'll look at that in a minute. Do you think MicroStrategy can cause an issue on a pullback? I don't care. I don't really care about MicroStrategy. Like, yeah, if we dump from here, then he's going to be underwater, and so be it. MicroStrategy's only strategy is just holding Bitcoin, and Sailor got like destroyed during the dot-com bubble. If he gets destroyed again, cool. I don't care about him. I don't care about him at all. Um, and wait, I want to keep that monthly open on here. And if he's no longer holding, if he goes underwater in his Bitcoin and starts to have to unloading positions, then that causes a cascade effect, which can dump prices even lower. So yeah, maybe like we get to a point where, what were you saying about this anchored VWAP? 2022 bear market. Watch the curve of the anchored VWAP. You'll have your answer. So we're going to be anchored VWAP around here. It's going to be slowing down significantly. It's going to be around here. I would have thought, oh my God, this is so slow. Yeah. Um, I mean, it's slowed down before on pullbacks, right? I'm going to have to end this stream pretty soon. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to turn VPN off. If it kills the stream, it kills the stream. If it doesn't, I'll keep going. All right, because I just can't really do anything right now. But yeah, let's say if Bitcoin comes down here, starts trading down here, Sailor starts going underwater, right, and we get a little bit of a bounce. But if that causes like a flash crash, and that becomes like the big like bear market like death spiral, and we go down to 30K and we start to correct a lot of this, in the same way of like the FTX crash in 2022. So if we look at something like this and go down to 30 would be awesome. Being able to go long again around 30K would be fantastic. Because it's just more opportunity back on the way up. Because at some stage we're gonna be like prices will be back up here again. But if you can go long from 30K to 100K, so it's a hell of a lot better than going long from 80, 85, 87K to 100K, right? Like, yeah. Like, I see a lot of people saying 74. Like, okay, I'm going to buy Bitcoin at 74. I think that could be the low, and then we're going to make an all-time high. Nope, not for me. If we go to 74, we're going to go below 50. I think, yeah. I think realistically, target this for bear market. If we go into the bear market. Don't be afraid if you're still holding. Just, yeah. What if prediction market kills crypto market? No bull market ever. Well, no, that wouldn't happen, because what would happen with prediction markets is if you come down to 30K, then you're not really going to have prediction markets that are setting price lower. And yeah, prediction markets are going to be a big thing. I'm confident that prediction markets are going to be a big thing. And like, by the time we go into the next cycle, like through this, let's say we're going into bear market. The new developments that are going to happen through there is it's going to be the tokenization of everything. Stocks, commodities, ETFs, crypto, sports betting, gaming will go towards that, become more like that as well. So it will start to be like more things will start to become tokenized and more things will go on chain. And then we've got the perp dexes. So overall, the space is going to get a lot better. It's going to become a lot more diverse, which I think is a really good thing. And yeah, that's new narratives. We're going to have 24-hour trading of CME on and ETFs. That's been confirmed. Like the stock market, the US stock market is going 24 hours. That's going to happen very, very soon. So there's so many exciting things like that. That's I think going to improve the space a lot. And but if that's coupled with lower prices, then that's really, really good. That's really good. Edwin, where can I find the EXO template you shared? I don't use EXO anymore. Um, so I don't know the answer to that. I'm not using EXO. Like they no longer are doing any development on EXO. It's trash. It's garbage now. Sorry. Like they made their money. They made a really great product, but it's old. It's not very good anymore. It's not very yeah. If I want order flow now, I mainly use Market Monkey. They're the ones that are putting in some innovation again. So yeah, sorry, I don't. If any templates I do have are probably wildly out of date by now, and I don't use it anymore. Soon will be Chinese New Year. Will you be in China then? Yes, I hope so. So I'm going to be in KL for the next 3 and a bit weeks. Um, yeah, I'm going to be in KL then, and then I'm hoping to go back to China around Chinese New Year. I've been told that's not the best thing to do because everything's just going to be closed, but they'll have a load of events and stuff going on. So I was in Hong Kong for Chinese New Year last year. The reason I really want to be in China for Chinese New Year is that this year is the year of the horse, and I'm a horse, and this is like 2026 for me in like the Chinese zodiac signs of this being like the third cycle of my life through being a horse and then horse and then the horse coming back again. 2025 is supposed to be like a shedding year, and actually when I think of it, of like what happened in my life and things that happened in my life, going traveling, like there was a lot of it was a lot of get like out with the old was basically my theme of 2025, and 2026 is such a big year for me that I personally was like 2026 for me is where I'm aiming for stability again, and it's going to be in with the new because I'm not going back to Europe. Like I want to stay in this part of the world, and I'm happy here. And yeah, it's another thing. Like that's why I want to be there because I think it's like I'm not spiritual. I don't follow this kind of thing very much. But when I actually look at the Chinese zodiac and things, that's probably the closest it gets to being like this makes sense to me. Like the way that and when you actually start to read into it and things that happen on certain years, it's kind of crazy. Like like COVID, for example, happened during the year of the rat, and like, is that a coincidence? Like, rat years are bad. Like 9/11 was a year of a rat, and like all of these other things is like bad things happen on the rat years. If you're a rat, I'm very sorry. But yeah, horse is awesome, and the horse is like that. Like it just suits me so well because I've always been about freedom. That's why I'm in crypto. I've always been about adventure. I've always been moving, and that's like the horse. So I think that's why I relate so much to Chinese culture and the people and everything there. Where is he currently? USA? No, I'm in Malaysia right now. In my country, if you step on shit, it's supposed to bring good luck. You need to wear red underwear for a whole year. Then that's a tradition. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna get myself some red underwear. Is that after the Chinese New Year, right? I want to give myself good omens for this year. I'm a horse, and it's the this is like it's a fire year as well. So horse plus fire is like, that's me, man. This is my year. My year. Horse year, fire year. The only time it's gonna happen in like potentially in my whole lifetime. I was born in the iron year, so I'm like an iron horse, and I'm in a fire year. So it's like it's either gonna melt me or it's gonna like what happens when you forge iron in the heat? Makes you strong, right? So big year. Maybe you'll meet Richard Hart too. He should be in Malaysia. I don't know. What am I using instead of exocharts? I don't use order flow that much anymore. I've explained a lot of this. Like I travel, so I'm just on a laptop. I have limited screen space, so pretty much all of my trading is just done on TradingView. But because I understand order flow and I understand the way that the market moves, I don't need it. Like I can tell when we're going to be getting like imbalance and this kind of thing, just more from candlesticks now. And if I want to use order flow, I tend to look at that more as like a generalization of how's the market looking rather than trying to use that to time entries. I can pretty good at just timing entries off of candles now. I've just had to adapt because it's what I have to do now. But if I do want to use order flow, then I'm using Market Monkey, or I'm using yeah, mainly Market Monkey. I think Market Monkey's good. Maybe I'll check out the new XO update. But the other thing is you've got TPO on TradingView now. You've got footprint charts on TradingView now. On Teal Street, like you've got order flow within Teal Street too. Like you can use it's kind of limited, but it's there. So if I'm trading using Teal Street, then I've got some tools available for me on that. Um, so yeah, I don't need XO now. Back in the day, I needed it because I was learning about it, and it was the most advanced software that was available at the time, and I was helping to develop the software at the time. But yeah, not like it hasn't improved since 2021, so I wouldn't use it anymore. David Urban, year of the goat. Nice. I don't know what traits a goat has, other than like if you get scared, you faint. If a horse gets scared, it fucking shoots for the hills, though, I guess. In 2627, China was called the Red Horse and Red Sheep Calamity. Huh? Okay, I'm getting really pissed off with how slow things are running my end. So at this moment, I hope the stream can continue because I'd like to do a little bit more. But I'm going to kill the VPN and uh, yeah, I'm going to kill the VPN. And if the stream ends, then thank you for joining. I'll see you on the next one. If the stream doesn't end, then we keep going. So here we go. Killing VPN. Go, it's reset. If you can still hear me, then let me know. Let's try. Oh, so much smoother. Aye. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, I hope I'm still live. Yes, it worked. Okay. And I'm just going to also grab my water. So back in 2 seconds. Okay, now I know I can disconnect VPN and it doesn't kill anything. Be days. Is virtual still good? Yeah. Bitcoin. NQ's had a bounce. No, it hasn't. If NQ bounces, Bitcoin will bounce, virtual will bounce. If NQ doesn't bounce, Bitcoin won't bounce, virtual won't bounce. So I guess we watch the NQ. What can we say? Oh, it's so much better now. Things are working again. Right, market sessions, let's turn them on. New York session trading below London session, but London session traded above Asia session. We have taken out the London lows. I am still looking for a move up on the Nasdaq today. The fact that we got the first move down is actually kind of positive. What can we look at for a potential trade? Anyone longing BTC right now? I've got 3 reversal indicators on 4 hours since last night. My entry is 89,151. 89,151. That looks potentially good. Yeah, I wanted to look for a long around 89,200 and we're there. We're slightly below that. So yeah, I think if we're gonna go higher, then we should be looking at this as a good opportunity to be looking at longs now. So I'm long virtual, a little bit underwater, but that's okay. I'm not sure if I sized my virtual trade too well. I think I got to add a little bit more size onto it anyway, so I can get a better entry on this. Let's buy another batch. Average in. Do I long Bitcoin here? Do I long NQ here? I think one more sweep of these lows on NQ. If we can get one more, and if we can just stab them, bang, and back in, then I think that would be the go. So yeah, a lot of stuff pulling back into really interesting zone. ETH also at POC. Longs with invalidation on previous day low are looking very tempting. Hype also. Oh, I wanted to see hype back inside this range, but Solana also. Yeah, man. Longs with invalidation on previous day low look fantastic. Don't go too crazy on them. You got to pick and choose a little bit. Because the thing is, if you're gonna go long, right now, right? What I see a lot of people doing when there's opportunities like this is you're like, hype looks good, so you go long, like you risk 1% or whatever on hype. Oh, Solana looks good. I'm going to risk another 1% on Solana. Oh, Sui looks good. I'm going to do the same on Sui. Oh, ETH looks good. I'm going to do the same. Oh, Virtuals looks good. I'm going to do the same. Oh, Bitcoin looks good. I'm going to do the same. And then you end up with 6 trades. And if one of them goes wrong, they all go wrong. If they all go right, great. Right? But if one goes wrong, they all go wrong. Because the whole market's just moving together right now. So pick it wisely. Fuck. Mina, 2. Mina. 0.86. 0.086. This is what we wanted. I'm getting a little bit I'm getting a bit twitchy now. Cause like this is what we spoke about this morning. I did a quick stream this morning. I spoke about this. Oh, I like where we're at a lot. If things can rally from here. Ooh. Yeah. Look what NQ did. Come on. Just take that low. Equal lows. Knock them out. Look, let's do this. Paper trading. And we want, like for me, what I want is something that looks a little bit like this. Okay. Bang. Alright, so you could get like 4R or something. Yeah. 4.8R. This is it's paper trading, so it's a bit like wherever for who cares. Ooh. And if this happens, all of these possible setups Hype, Mina, ETH, Sui, Virtual, they all look a whole lot better. BTC break into 88, then entry on Mina, I think. 88 for me is a little bit too low. There's no reason why it won't happen. But again, it's something I spoke about earlier on. I did like in Chrome, I did the stream this morning in the voice chat. And I was talking to Vez there and basically saying, after we see like a V shape like this from yesterday, you don't want to get those deep retraces because if as soon as you do get the deep retraces, then the long becomes a little bit too crowded and then we probably go for the lows again. So if we're going to bounce, I think it's got to be here or close to here. Like let's take the lows again, 88,800. It's probably fine. But I don't want to see this whole gap here filled because if it is, I think the higher probability, even if we bounce, is that we do come back down and go for those lows once more. Yeah. So that's my reason for not like, yeah, I personally wouldn't want to see us revisit 88 myself, but everybody's different. Everyone has different ways of trading. So although I wouldn't take that trade, if you take that trade and you're profitable from it, then great. Yeah. And if that does happen, then that's something I learn from. Dragoshi, in a bear market, you reckon we could get lower than 50 to 60k? Yes. Yeah, so you can go back to um, earlier on in the stream, and I was talking about macro, but yeah, I'd say I'd be yeah, we go lower than 50 to 60. But in my opinion, I would like to see it go lower than that. I, I really want to go long Mina. It's like I want 0.086. Come on, virtual. You can do it. Get this bounce. Think you didn't quite do what I wanted it to do, but never mind. Okay. Um, I think I'm probably going to call it here because, like, as much as I would love to keep trading live, um, I'm not sure if I'm confident enough on setups as I see them now. I don't know how long it will take for these to develop. I know I want to be looking at some longs here, but I don't think we're not quite there yet. And I think I just need to be able to react and not talk too much. So I think we've done a good bit of prep. I think the market's looking pretty good. And I think if we can get this one little sweep of NQ and then get a rally underway, I think that looks really nice. You know what I'm looking at. If I take any trades, you'll be alerted to it. If I take any more trades, this one now is looking not ideal. But if I take any more trades, you guys in Chroma will be alerted to it. If anyone wants to join Chroma, so anyone here that's not in Chroma already, and you want to be able to like track in real time all the trades that I'm taking, you can see all of my stats. Everything's done transparently over there. We've got a great team of analysts. There's streams going on right now within Chroma, so it's not just me that's live here. There's other stuff taking place. You basically, if you're awake, there's something going on. It's super active over there. It's an incredible community, and it's really being there has really improved my trading. I'm a better trader than I was when I was just in Taurus because I've got other people like because it's a different way of trading. Like I've been stuck in my ways for a long time, and I've learned some new things from new people for the first time in quite a long time. Because when I was just doing Taurus, everyone was like kind of following like similar way that I'd been trading for years, and I think I've been able to adapt that a lot, and I've improved. My win rate's improved, my profitability's improved, and I think everyone's seeing that since I've been there. And yeah, it's motivated me again to do more. So yeah, if anyone's not in Chroma and you want to join, and you've been following the channel for a while and you've been in Taurus before or anything like that, drop me a message on X or on Discord or anything like that because uh like yeah, do that. Because that's also if you want to support me. Um I can help you, you can help me. Because I got a little link. Because right now I'm not monetizing anything. I want to be though. Yep, cool. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, initial balance is pretty much done here on the Nasdaq. So you know my thoughts on this. Whatever side of the initial balance gets swept first, the other side's likely to remain. So if we are going to take these lows, you'd want to see that happen within the next like 2.5 minutes. If we do go and sweep those lows, then this trade becomes less likely. You'd have to look at an internal TP because there's a low probability of coming up to take the IB high. Doesn't mean it can't happen. I'm looking for longs. I'm just not ready to enter now. The long that I did enter earlier, I knew as soon as I started this trade, I probably shouldn't have done that. And that may end up as a little bit of a loss, but that's okay. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you everybody for joining. Once again, if you want to join Chroma, if you want to see more of my stuff, like I'm active every day over there, and I'm doing a lot more of this. You get to see all of my trades transparently, and I'm active. Then drop me a message, and we can sort something out. So thank you, and I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.